How are
Okay,
you? Yeah.
I am good. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can see you. You're looking
Hey,
beautiful.
wonderful.
Hello, Freya. How are you doing today?
I am doing great. How about you?
Yeah, we're doing great and we're excited. We just started our first session. This is your second session. We are so pumped up with the energy. So I hope you will maintain the same level as the previous speaker. Okay. And Melinda will give you a short introduction of your bio, and then you can take over the stage. Over to you, Melinda.
Hi Freya, how are you? This is Melinda Roy.
I am great, Melinda. How about you?
I am good, thank you. I can see with lot of energy in you today.
Yes, I'm very excited to be here. You both look so beautiful.
Thank you
Oh,
so
thank you
much.
so much. So yes, Freya, before you start your presentation, I would like to give a small introduction of yours to the audience. Okay.
Sounds great.
So welcome Freya Huffman on stage. So Freya Huffman is a versatile leader with expertise in employee engagement, learning, development, diversity, DE&I, HR, talent development, operations, and technology leadership. With a background spanning over a decade, she has created global onboarding programs, developed employees, implemented performance improvement initiatives, and designed virtual training programs. Huffman has extensive experience teaching various subjects at the collegiate level and has held significant roles in organizations like AFLAC and ADP, where she led national virtual training sales strategies, developed certification programs, and supported diverse initiatives. She holds a bachelor's degrees in mathematics and computer science and MBA IT and is pursuing a PhD in adult and secondary education with a focus on training and performance improvement. Wow, that's really a great introduction, Freya. Thank you so much. Yes, you can start the presentation. The stage is all yours.
We wish you all the very best, Freya.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. What a wonderful platform. I want to thank you all for the invitation and also Priyanka for her help and her patience. It's been a crazy, busy schedule, but I've been so excited to be with you all. And all of you, thank you for the chat messages and thank you and welcome. Well,
We are on.
I'm going to share
Thank
my
you.
slides. You're welcome. I'm going to share my slides here, and please let me know if you can see those okay when it comes up. And are you able to see it? I'm not able to see you at this time.
Yes, we are able to see it.
Wonderful. Well, here today, everyone, we're talking about empowering women to lead the future and rebranding your purpose. And today's agenda, I'm going to focus on igniting a spark in women. Also, if we have men here, I won't leave you out. So we're going to say, and with everyone, you're going to build confidence to do what you've been purposed to do, use your voice to change the world, take inventory of your skill sets, and implement your plan to take a leap of faith. So they've already given my introduction again. I'm so excited to be here with all of the great speakers. I have enjoyed hearing from phenomenal experts, and this is phenomenal that Ideas is allowing us to do this and network with each other. So again, shout out to all of my fellow speakers. You are doing a great job, and I have learned so much from you. Woman, and I know we have men in the audience, so I want to be inclusive. Your time is now. It is time for us to step up. It is time for us to show up. It is time for us to show why we were created on this earth to live out our purpose. Now, there are 3.95 million in the world compared to 4 million men. There are a lot of us in the world. And I might need to change my number there. Could be billion. And we as women have made history. We have made an impact. I'm showing you here Oprah Winfrey. I love quotes, and she states that nobody makes it alone. Nobody has made it alone. And we are all mentors to people, even if we don't know it. Also, my favorite, Mother Teresa, she lets us know that in this life, we cannot do great things. We can only do small things with great love. And love is what brings us all together. Also, with Rosa Parks here, she reminds us she was one of the women of the civil rights movement. And she said, you must never be fearful about what you are doing when it is right. And in the civil rights movement in Montgomery, Alabama, my husband's grandfather also marched with her and Dr. King. And if you love makeup, Mary Kay Ash, one of my favorites, she says a mediocre idea that generates enthusiasm will go further than a great idea that inspires no one. So we can inspire people, but if it is not inspiring anyone, it's not tangible, then even the smallest idea with great enthusiasm can create a bigger impact. And Mary Kay Ash was the founder of one of the biggest cosmetic companies in the world. And also Malala Yousafzai, and she said, one child, one teacher, one book, and one pen can change the world. And that's Yousafzai. Hallelujah. So I want to make sure I said her name right. And then we call her RBG. I love Ruth. Yes. Bader Ginsburg. And she was phenomenal in her life as one of the Supreme Court justices. And she said, I sometimes ask, will there be enough women in the Supreme Court? And she said, when there are 9. Because if it had been 9 men, no one would have ever asked that question. And then finally, Michelle Obama. She says, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from, you are beautiful. And I want to let you all know that whoever you are, wherever you are, where you come from, you are beautiful. And it's not about our outside only. It's about what we feel about us in the inside. Because when we feel good about ourselves, when we understand what we've been created to do, that beauty is going to come out. It's going to attract those we've been called to. So one of my monikers I like to say is stop playing with your dreams. I am a motivational speaker. Freya motivates. I like to motivate, inspire, and encourage others to stop playing with their dreams, to go forth, to do what you've been called to do. Others are waiting for you to show up. They're waiting for you to exist. They're waiting for you to walk out your purpose because they're watching you. And as they watch you, their lives are also being transformed. So I want to excite and ignite a spark in men and women. Yes, this is you with the light bulb coming on the left. You have great ideas. Sometimes you go to others with your ideas. And a lot of times you may not get the support you need. It's going to be important that you get around the people that can support you, the people that say, hey, I like that. And that spark turns into fireworks because now you're excited and you're putting a plan in place to work that. So make sure that when you're getting ideas, get a journal is one thing that I do. I've written my own journal as well, and write down the idea, put the date on it, and then come back and think about it. What can I do better? How can I refine it? So it can turn into fireworks and it can be something that others want to also use and buy and absorb. So when we think about us, we have to have confidence to do what we've been called to do. Now, I like to engage. So if you have pen and paper, I'm going to be asking you to write down some things. I'm going to ask you to do some self-reflection. I want to make this a topic or that you can take something away from. But I want you to build confidence on the inside. If you've doubted yourself in the past, if you failed in the past, if you say, I've done that before, I failed, and I don't want to try again. Well, could it be that you learned something from that failure? Could it be that if you were the 2.0 version of that you can do it better? You have some lessons learned. Where your confidence building comes from. Because failure is also something that can be a gift if you look at it in a different way. So build confidence. What have you been called to do? If you don't mind in the chat, and I'll check it later, can you tell me what you think you've been called to do? Go ahead and send me that via the chat message, and I'll check it when I can see it here a little later. What is that one thing that you'll do if you're not even paid to do it? And I'm not saying you're not going to get paid to do it, but what is something? Mine is speaking. I love to speak. I love to motivate. I love to inspire. I love to encourage others. Yeah, what have you been purposed to do? All right, I'll take that as that you have written that down and I'll check that later. So I want to talk about an inventory. This is a little activity as well. Can you do me a favor? And can you list for me on a piece of paper your top 5 talents? Again, your top 5 talents. What are they? There are things that you can do that others can't do as well. There are things that people come and ask you about, and they say, can you do this for me? Can you help me with this? Or I need your advice on that. That is the inventory of the skill set that's unique to you, that is so valuable to you that you can make money off of that. You can change the world with it. You can make a positive impact. You're a solutionist. You get things done. You fix things. Right. So 5 things, okay? I'll give you another 30 seconds to take inventory of you because this is all about you. And as you're writing yours, I'll just share a couple of mine. My 5 things is I love speaking. I love doing missionary work. I love career coaching. I love technology training. And I love working with the community. And I'll do one more. I love business. I love anything about starting a business, marketing a business, helping others. I love helping others market. And I love writing. I love writing. I know I cheated. But when you're taking inventory, that's right. That's your brag bag, as I like to call it, your brag bag. It is okay for you to say, I am okay. I have been created for a purpose. I have a meaningful life. No, I may not have all the things that others have. I have not gone all the places others have gone, and there's some things I still want to accomplish. But guess what? I am valuable. That's your brag bag. All right. Thank you for participating. Now, take a look at this picture. I love this picture because it shows the same outfit with different people with different backgrounds and ethnicities. And they all look great in the way they're showing up because they are unique. And one of my special topics I love to talk about is diversity, equity, and inclusion and belonging. How we all belong and how we should all feel included. So I have some things there to share in terms of definitions. Diversity typically means that it's a proportionate representation across all dimensions of human difference. Here, my ethnicity and yours, and so on. It's a proportionate representation. Inclusion means, you hear me, I hear you, you're visible, you're being heard, you're being included, you're not feeling excluded. And we have the responsibility to make sure others feel included. And belonging means, do I feel like I'm a larger part of your team? Do I feel like I belong? When I come into a room, do you greet me? Do you make me feel like I'm a part of it? Or do you make people feel like they don't? We have the power to change even the way we treat people and how we make people feel. And then equity means, am I getting treated fairly as a woman, as a minority, as a man? No matter what our background is it equitable? Am I eliminating barriers? How can I help others? I always talk about diversity, equity, and inclusion because it builds upon another topic I like to talk about. How is supporting inclusive cultures? And I like to say we do this through cultural competence. Even in my PhD work, I'm finishing a PhD. I already have a PhD in Christian education and counseling, but now I'm working on another one. And this one is on cultural competence, cultural intelligence. And I want to share this with you. Here's an opportunity to examine your own attitudes, okay, and how you act with others, how you treat others. Do you value the diversity and similarities among people? Do you understand and how to effectively respond to others with cultural differences? Or do you dismiss them? or do you get to know others, and are you intentional about it? Do you stay in a box and you only associate with the people that look like you, act like you? Again, it's time for us to expand our mind. And I love doing cultural self assessments so I can understand more about me and also learn about others. And we need to adapt and also think about building our cultural knowledge. So I'm from the southeast of the United States. You may hear a little accent. When I go up north, they may speak a little different. When I travel to India, a little different. When I went to Los Angeles, a little different. But it's okay because we're unique and we all have many things in common. Let us focus on the commonalities more so than those things that make us different. So I want to think about expanding your mindset. We have all these books. I'm a book junkie. I love reading. And you've been called to many. I want to let you know that you on this earth, I wish I had my picture of this big old planet Jupiter I like to show, and a little earth. We're so little, but on earth there's so many billions of people, right? And that means that we have been called to so many thousands, maybe even millions of people. So I want you to think about who you've been called to. I'm going to pause for another moment. And when I say who you've been called to, who is your ideal audience? Who's your ideal customer, your client, or group? Me, I have been called to, I love the corporate workspace. I've been called to the community. Yes. I've been called globally to do things. But who have you been called to? And if I had to say a client, because I'm a career coach, I would be saying I'm called to career professionals. And as a technology person, also called to people who want to learn technology, and maybe entrepreneurs who need to learn technology as well. Who have you been called to? And I love children, so I've been called to children and teenagers as well. And because I have been a professor, I've been called to adult learners because I work with adult learners. I trust that you've let me know who you've been called to in the chat. So here's a little challenge. I want you to tell me, and you write this down for your notes, and if you want to feel free to put it in the chat, you can, but this is for you. This is your homework. Please let me know what culture you want to learn more about. What new audience do you want to reach? Not the people you're comfortable with. If we're going to go and grow, all right, if we're going to reach more people, we have to get out of our comfort zone. We have to learn how to tap into diverse audiences. When I worked at various companies, and let's just say I was teaching sales, I wanted them to learn how to reach other people that was outside of their regular group of people they work with. Because if you think about Uber, I love Uber, favorite app besides DoorDash. I like the food app too. They came up with an app, wonderful idea. And they had to think about really reaching so many people, the masses. When I went to Amsterdam, they had Uber there. That was cool. When I went to the Netherlands there. But think about your new product, your service. Even on this platform here, as we're working with ideas, they reached all of us globally. We're from all over the world. They had the best idea to bring global people together so we can hear diverse voices. Can I challenge you to do the same? That even if you're working in a corporate environment, that you're reaching people globally or people outside of your culture in your work environment as a leader, as a manager, as a whoever you are, that you are learning about building your cultural competence and learning about others. So that's the audience. Yes, I want you to go global. You on this earth, you can go global. We have the internet, we have social media, we have all types of tools. I love social media. I love TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Use them all, go global. This is me in India. Last fall, this time exactly, my husband and I were in India visiting, speaking. We had such a great time. They took great care of us. I've been able to do virtual follow-up conferences in India. We have a school in India that we launched and started and we support. And we're just two little people in the Southeast United States. But we went there with a purpose. We came back, ignited. We're going to be going back to visit and also other areas in Pakistan, you name it. We're going everywhere. Wherever the Lord leads us, we're going to go. And but I'm saying, if you have a passion, When you are able to walk out your purpose, you can take a portion of the blessings you have and you can go bless others. Let's not be selfish. Let's find a way to make a difference in the lives of others. So that's us there, my husband and I, Dr. Rod. This is me in Amsterdam. I was hired to do a job, and while I was there, had a lot of fun. But I had to train 200 people from Europe on diversity, equity, and inclusion. Look at me. I'm an African American woman. Was able to go to Amsterdam when I was working for that job. It was a blessing. And even though the audience was diverse, they were very receptive of the message. Can I challenge you that when you are delivering your message, and it could be a tough topic, that you learn how to include others and how to engage them? You don't make people feel isolated. I had to do this in the Americas for North and South America, 200 people, and I was only one of 3 or 4 African American women in the room, and there were no Black men, and it was all people that didn't look like me, and I was talking about a tough topic, and they were receptive, and they wanted more of it. You can deliver tough things, tough messages with love and inclusion, and people will receive it because you've been created with that. You can do that. You can position your message in a way, again, to make a global difference. So I want to leave you with the faith framework, as I like to call it, because I am also a person of faith. And here, I'm going to bring it up. I want you to focus on you. Focus on who you are and what you've been called to do. I want you to focus on your assignment. Remember a moment ago, I asked you who you've been called to? That's part of your assignment. Be real clear about who you've been called to. And then I want you to inspire others. Remember, again, what Mary Kay said, we can have a lot of inspiration, but we want to make sure we have some momentum with that we're doing something with it. Even if it's a mediocre idea, get excited about it and inspire others. And then transform. When you speak, when you create a product, whatever you do, transform the lives of others. Uber has transformed lives. I don't have to drive from the airport anymore. I use my app, get in the car, I can order food. There's so many things we can do with our products, services, and knowledge. And then I'm big on help. How are you helping others? How are you inspiring others? How are you making a difference? Please don't be so focused on you that you forget about the world around you and things that are going on around you. So again, that's my faith framework. And stay curious. I love to learn. The word I learned years ago was called philomath. 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 Yes, never stop learning. It's a lover of learning. Learn new languages. I'm trying to learn some new languages now. Learn new cultures. Try new food. Now, certain foods I'm just not trying. So I don't do the oysters. I'm sorry. Some of you might like it. I just can't. But you never know. But try new things. Never stop learning. Go to different areas. Go with curiosity. Learn and evolve. So this is a quick activity as I prepare to close here. A couple of more slides. Your purpose. You were created to do such and such. You were called to reach whomever. What's your confidence level right now? Like if I had to just go out and launch and do this thing, where would I be? If you're at a less than a 5, guess what? We need to work together so I can build your confidence. I'm a confidence builder. And then also think about what's stopping you. Don't let people, don't let doubt, don't let validation from others. You get in your lane and you run. And yes, action plan, that's your homework. I want you to think about what you can control. Be proactive. I can do this. I can control my schedule. I can control, what I can. Reactive. Well, this caught me off guard. Oh my goodness. I don't know how to respond. Well, you can control how you respond. I want you to take care of yourself. Protect your mental health. Create space for yourself. I'm big about that. I have to get away, even if it's a couple of hours, if it's going for a walk. If you have children or family you're taking care of, hey, I love you, but I need to go for a walk, or I just need a 30-minute break. It's okay, negotiate that, but control your space, take care of your mental health, because those of us out here who are doing great things and reaching all the people we're reaching, people will pull on us and it'll deplete us. And we have to fill up our tank. We got to fill up our tank, everyone, so we can have the energy we need. After I do something like this, I have to go back and debrief, or I have to go back and get refueled, because it takes a lot out of you. So again, if you're one that gives, pause for your cause and get refueled. And I love innovation. I didn't say that earlier, but I want you to create services and products that transform lives. I did say that. I love innovation. I created my own career coaching app. I love creating products and services. Here's some things I've done. This is just me. I love career coaching. I made a career coaching program. I love tech training. I have my own technology company. I love virtual training. I love showing others how to present, how to develop their virtual training skills, how to create their own course, how to develop PowerPoints. I do it for them and I coach them on it. So I love anything you have, I want you to turn it into a product or service. And I love doing workshops. That's me in Amsterdam again. And I like being a social media butterfly. So I just wanted to play with that. I like doing graphics. What can you do? These are things that I train people. Definitely check out Course Design Agency. That is where you see that I've done work for others. But I love helping people realize their dreams. I have had a client in Egypt. I have clients all throughout the United States. I love it. And then I'm also helping with our school in India. So this is my speaker sheet. If you don't have one, I can create one for you as well. But here, who you are, all in one place. You want to have your package together. You want to say what you talk about as a speaker. So I create websites and speaker sheets and so on. So I'm just really telling you how my little brain, how I try to capitalize on all the things I've been created to do. So again, I'm Freya Huffman, the Dr. Freya. I'm the founder of the Technology Factory. Check out my sites and Freya Motivates. I'm so excited to be with you today. And that is the end of my presentation. Thank you so much, everyone. Now I'll check the chat. Thanks so much for your feedback, everyone. Awesome. Yes, let's get together. Hi, Melinda. And are you able to hear me?
Hello, Freya Huffman.
Hi. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, we were very truly impressed with your presentation. You're clear and engaging throughout your presentation. As I said, it was like, the energy maintained at the same level. Thank you so much for that. And you also showed a well-researched content, which made very insightful for our audience. And we had a very enjoyable experience for all our speakers, sorry, all our audience. So with that, I think I will ask Melinda if she has some questions from the audience. Melinda, over to you.
Yes, Shruti, we do have a question for Freya. So here is the question for
Okay.
Freya. So how should women professionals develop a mindset to avoid the guilt trap?
So how should a woman develop her mindset to avoid the which trap?
Guilt trap.
The
Guilt.
guilt trap. I know. Because women have so much that we do, we often do carry that guilt. I have a daughter, I have grandchildren, and I have to remind my daughter that even though you're a super mom, you're doing so much, please take time for yourself. It's okay to invest in you and not feel guilty. Make sure they're good, they have their schoolwork, they have their food, and then you focus on yourself. And then talk to the family about that. I like to tell my husband often, I love you, but I need a break. So I just need a little time for myself. So don't fall into the guilt trap and release yourself from that because if not, you'll carry it and it'll make you anxious and you will get stuck in not achieving your own goals and dreams. Good question.
Thank you so much, Freya, for answering the question. So thank you so much for joining this event. So this is Melinda Roy and this is Shruti. So you are the second speaker. So for WIN Virtual Summit 2023. So looking forward to hear more sessions from you. And please join our future, the next sessions as well. And show your comments and show us some love. So thank you so much for your encouragement and your support for the day two as well. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Take care. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you again. Bye bye.
Have a great day.
Linda Roy, and this is Shruti. So we are hosting for the Day 2 event MUI and Ideas Virtual Summit 2023. So we are rocking the stage for the Day 2 as well. Thank you so much for your continuous support from yesterday who are giving their valuable comments and showing their love. So we need a continuous encouragement for all the speakers. So now please join our next speaker, Vishal Pickup. So please join our next speaker session. Thank you so much.
Please join our next session, visual session. So let's join there. Thank you.